Hey everybody, it's me Zach and welcome back to my channel. Hey everybody, hi, hello, I'm back again, and unfortunately today's conversation is not one of anything fun, which I guess is maybe what's the vibe for any kind of Amberlynn related content right now. Like the video I covered yesterday was very heavy because a lot of it talked about, continued allegations about Tommy being a feeder and or some like domestic violence related stuff in regards to Tommy and maybe Tommy's previous relationships and stuff like that. And so that was really heavy yesterday, and today we're coming back because around the time actually that I posted my video yesterday, Amberlynn also posted a video where she talked about somehow losing her cat, Rarity Gray. If you don't know, Amberlynn has 2 cats, 1 dog. The cats are Rarity and Wasabi. The dog is Twinkie Star. And I guess, before I say anything else, I want to say it's not lost on me that literally in yesterday's video, another topic of conversation was how people make assumptions about Twinkie's well-being and where Twinkie might be. And it's also not lost on me that my response to that was pretty much that, until we have any kind of evidence that something is wrong with Twinkie or that Twinkie's not there or some kind of proof to latch on to, it's really not helpful to sit here and question if Twinkie is fine or not. And I do want to say I still stand by that despite everything with her losing Rarity. And that's mostly because I think that in most cases, Amberlynn is always willing to tell on herself, and always willing to expose herself when it comes to her nefarious doings and things like that. I mean, for the most part, she's usually pretty forthcoming when she does stuff or bad stuff happens to her, I think of specifically one of the most notorious times of her pet parenting skills or lack thereof was when she was really worried about Twinkie because Twinkie was shaking and seemingly not doing well, but then instead of calling an emergency vet went to the Chili's or the Applebee's or whatever it was, and did not seek medical attention for Twinkie. And that we all learned because Amberlynn shared that with us herself, So I think a lot of times things come out anyways, with Amberlynn being the one that puts it out there, and that's seemingly kind of the case today. Although I will say, prior to Amberlynn making this video about losing Rarity, a number of different channels and stuff had already been kind of posting about it because there were some posts on a public Facebook group about lost cats in Wisconsin, and also some posts on something called Pet FBI, where they being Amberlynn and Tommy had publicly posted or shared that they had lost Rarity. And a lot of reaction channels are posting this, and I was actually live streaming on Twitch when some of that information was breaking or when people were first posting about it. And I remember when people in my Twitch chat were talking about it, I was like, I don't know if this is valid or not. Nobody sent me the actual screenshots, so I couldn't look at it live on live stream. And I was like, listen, y'all, if this is real, we'll find out about it soon enough, and I will deal with it then. I typically don't cover a lot of Amberlynn or Chantal stuff on Twitch. I'm usually there covering something else. Last night we were covering Darlene Michaud. We were watching a video from her about her ranting about an ex-boyfriend of hers. The re-upload of that will be up on my second channel tonight if you want to go watch that. But yeah, I was not actively trying to find out, and I figured by the time I get done streaming, I can go look further, and maybe also we'll find out more information as this information is out there longer. But then by the time my stream ended, one of my Twitch chat followers, I don't know why I'm struggling to say those words, Megan actually posted and shared in the chat that Amberlynn had actually posted a video about losing Rarity. So I haven't watched that video. I will watch it with you all today, but also in full transparency, like I have seen some chatter on the internet about some of the things that have been discussed in it. So if I don't seem like overly surprised or shocked, it's because there's been a lot of people talking. I mean, obviously one of the largest concerns that people have with Amberlynn, amongst many, not the only concern, but a large concern that people have had for a long time with Amberlynn is her abilities as a pet parent or lack thereof, you know? So lots of people, I think, are rightfully concerned, upset over all of this. And because of that, I've seen a lot of chatter in various places of the internet that I have just like logged on to. And I think ultimately, regardless of whatever she has to say in this upcoming video, I just want to emphasize that like, I want what's best for this cat. I want what's best for Rarity. I hope for Rarity's sake that she finds her way to someplace safe immediately. I hope she's in good hands and somebody's taking care of this cat. I know also, I guess the other thing I should say is that like, I would be devastated if something happened to Poe, like if he somehow got out. Certainly like mistakes happen, and I think we can also probably all relate. This is not me trying to like give empathy to Amberlynn, but just like me trying to put myself in the shoes of somebody who's lost their cat. And I guess all that to say is like, I don't know. I'm like, I would be freaking out. I would be absolutely devastated. And I just hope for this cat's sake that it is okay, that she finds her way to someplace safe. I don't know. I don't feel like I have the right words to talk about this. Like, I feel very fortunate, knock on wood, that I have not like lost a pet like this. And also it's hard because with Amberlynn, we know that she hasn't always been super responsible. We know she hasn't always made great choices when it comes to parenting animals. And one of the other large scandals in her life and her experience on the internet is when her roommate's cat Gracie went missing years and years and years and years ago. And a lot of people still to this day blame her for that. Although I will say, I think both she and Destiny, who was her girlfriend at the time, say that it was not Amberlynn's fault. But a lot of people on the internet believe that it is Amberlynn's fault. Like, a lot of people think that she's still to blame. And so I also just know that this is only going to ramp up a lot of the criticism and concerns that a lot of people have for Amberlynn. And I just know that, we're going to have continued videos, conversations, etc. with Amberlynn where she uses the internet's concern for her cats as a way to victimize herself, where she's like, I can't believe y'all are being so mean to me about Rarity. I just like, that's actually my biggest hang up with covering this, is because I just know that this is where we're going. She's already made like the last 3 to 4 videos on her channel have all been about how awful the internet is to her. And I just feel like, well, to her and her girlfriend Tommy, and I just feel like this is going to result in more of these videos where she's just sitting here whining about a situation that likely she got herself into. Again, I haven't watched the video, but it sounds like she is actually responsible for Rarity getting out, so I don't know, we'll see what she has to say. But how about I just stop yapping and we just watch the video, see what Amberlynn has to say, and maybe my feelings about all of this will change, So let's get to, shall we?
Hey guys, so
Hi.
I really did not want to make this video, and I'm only making it because people have found out, and it's already on a reaction channel. But yes, my cat Rarity is missing, and I have done nothing but cry.
I'm fascinated that she's only doing this because reaction channels covered it. That's very interesting to me. What would you have done to have reaction channels not found it? Just gone on, and this is why people are asking about Twinkie. Like, it's not to say I don't understand why y'all are asking about Twinkie, or why you all are asking about Twinkie. I totally get why, especially when she says things like this. Like, were you just not gonna say anything to us about Rarity going missing? You were just gonna say nothing? Interesting.
It happened 2 nights ago, and I put full blame on myself.
2 nights ago?
Yes.
Okay, so she posted this. She said this happened 2 nights ago. She posted this video on November 18th. So that means 2 nights ago was Saturday, November 16th. When did she post the Tommy Rumors video? Let's see. Let me see. The Tommy Rumors video was posted on November 16th. So all of this was going down and she's like, well, let me still post this Tommy Rumors video. Fascinating. Okay.
There's a yard. And that's where I let the dogs out to go to the bathroom. And it's through, like, a glass door. And I've just had a lot on my mind with everything that's been going on. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I've just been going through a lot. And I wasn't thinking, and I left the glass door open just, like, I don't know, like, this much. And I'm telling you, when I noticed, it was, like, 20 minutes later. But it literally just takes a second. And Rarity is, like, one of the most adventurous cats, the most loving. And just like, when I lived in Kentucky, actually, I would sometimes let her go on.
I did see people saying that, like, there were no real tears, but I really did just see her wipe away something wet right there. I mean, like, she's maybe not, I always am, like, interested in people getting on camera and crying about things, and obviously, like, she feels like she has to address this, and maybe she's not in a place where, like, she's gonna have all the perfect right feelings, but I do feel like I saw a tear there, which, like, is interesting, because I did see a lot of chatter about people saying it didn't seem like she was actually crying at all, and it did look wet there, for lack of a better word. I'm also just interested in, like, her saying I was going through a lot, so I just didn't think to close the door all the way. Like, that's really interesting to me as a concept. I don't know. I mean, I've been going through a lot myself personally the past 2 months of my life, and, like, I've still been able to prioritize, like, taking care of my dog and doing it in a safe way. In fact, like, I'm probably even more diligent about my dog because Poe has been, like, a great support system to me, and so, like, I really have been just, like, kind of glued to him during this time of my life. So, I don't know. I mean, everybody deals with, like, depression, mental health, etc. differently, but okay, alright, okay.
Onto the porch because we had, like, a gate, and she would just roll around in the dirt, like, she just loved it for some reason, and, like, she just wanted to venture out. I know, she just wanted to see. Like, I don't know where the fuck she is, and it's been just, like, literally, sorry. He has helped so much. Like, I just feel so just, like, defeated, and Tommy has made, like, online posters and put it on different websites, and, like...
To be clear, I don't really give a shit about Tommy, and I mean, I'm glad you got support, I guess, but, like, I don't know. It's also, with Amberlynn, it's like, of course you're gonna come into this video and talk about how great and wonderful Tommy is after the last video you put out. I'm sorry to be, like, that feels like I'm being insensitive, but, like, honestly, over here, it's like, fuck Tommy. It's fuck Tommy 24/7 over here, because I just, like, do not think that woman has good intentions. I hope she does help you find your cat, but, like, whatever.
Went outside and we've been, like, yelling her name, and, like, it's been fucking torture, literally, because you guys know Rarity is my fucking world. Like, and I know a lot of you hate me and have whatever you want to say about me, but...
Also, there clearly are actual tears. I like, you can see it right now. I don't know. People were trying to say that, like, there were no actual tears and that it didn't seem authentic, but, like, I do think she seems genuinely upset here. And like, for good reason. Obviously, she, like, fucked up and let her cat outside and now has no idea where her cat is.
It's my literal life. And, like, you guys know how much she loved me too, and it's just fucking... it's just been fucking hell. It's like, all I can think about is, like, is she okay? Like, where is she? Like, is she cold? And it's raining outside. I know a lot of you care about my pets too, and it's like, if you're not hearing anything, then that's a good thing. Like, everything is good. And, like, she loved it here, and, like, her and Tommy were so sweet. Like, Rarity would, like, sleep
again, fuck Tommy. I don't care about Tommy. I'm concerned about your cat. I hope you find your cat, but fuck Tommy. Like, I don't need the, like, the like Tommy is a wonderful person narrative right now.
Top of her, and like they would play like and it's like Rarity genuinely loved to hear, and all the cats got along, and it's like she went outside because she's adventurous. She just wanted to see, and now I'm afraid like
she went outside because you left the door open, girl. She went outside because you left the door open. Like, sure, yeah, she's adventurous. A lot of cats are, but like, I don't know. This like, oh, she only went outside because she's adventurous. No, girl, she went outside because you left the door open.
What if something bad happened to her? I can't help but like think like the worst, but I just want her back, you know? And I was trying to go through this privately. I don't know. I just felt really freaking like just defeated. There's just a lot. And I
don't understand how she can right then say, I was trying to go through this privately, but like literally a minute or two ago in the video, she was talking about, you know, when it comes to my pet, like my pet's no news is good news, which is something she reiterated about the question about Twinkie too, right? Like, just because I'm not talking about them doesn't mean that they're not fine. But now she's making a fool out of both of us, because I also agree with that sentiment, typically. Like, and that's coming from my own experience, right? Like, people always want to say something about my pets, too. Like, they used to always think that Judy was dead. I mean, she is now, unfortunately. But, like, at the time when she was alive and well and she wouldn't be in this chair, people are like, oh my God, did Judy die? And it's just like, no, sometimes she's just not there. So I'm like, I can empathize with her to that point. But now she's sitting here saying both no news is good news and also that she wants to like keep all of this private, or that she wanted to go through this privately. So it's almost kind of like, well, what is the truth, diva? I feel like she probably did want to go through this privately because she knows the shitstorm that this is going to kick up for people who think that she's a bad pet parent. And yeah, if you unintentionally or intentionally, I mean, I'm sure she didn't intentionally leave the door open, but yeah, if you unintentionally leave a door open and let your indoor cat that's mostly only ever lived inside have the opportunity to get out, like, people are going to be frustrated with this. So I can understand why she wanted to do it privately, but it's just kind of like a little bit of a contradiction to this concept that like no news is good news when it comes to her animals.
Sir, I just felt like if a reaction channel made a video about Rarity missing and I come on here and don't say anything, like, it'll just make me look fucking stupid, but I'm also like embarrassed and I'm ashamed and I know it's my fault. But I would never do anything to put any of my animals in harm's way. I've had them all for 8 years around the same time. I got all 3 of my fur babies within the same year span, and they've been with me through so much. Like, they're my world. And without her, it just feels like a huge piece of me is just missing.
Okay, I'm calling BS on all the people saying she's not actually crying, because there are like literally tears rolling down her face right now. Maybe I just misinterpreted what people were saying about that. She does seem genuinely upset to me.
I just don't know what else to do. And Tommy, like, without her in the situation, like, I would feel lost. I would feel even more lost than I already do. And we're both hurting. Fucking Tommy loved her too. Like, just...
Tommy's known her for like what, 3 months? Please be serious. Please be serious.
So sad. Like, I just want her back. You know, it's just one thing after another, and I don't know how much more my actual heart can take at this point, but. Please, you guys, I know people hate when I say it because I'm agnostic, but, like, pray. Like, please. And, like, positive thoughts. And just, like, all of any positive sort of, like, anything, please. And, like, we've already, like, Tommy already has, like, cameras, like, outside of her house, like, security cameras. But we've now also put them in places where, like, Rarity could be, like, I don't know, and I have the app on my phone, so I keep checking, like, over and over, like, is she just, like, walking by? Is she out there?
Yeah, it also seems like she doesn't really have, like, any, like, a collar or anything on Rarity. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't... Also, like, I don't know anything about, like, finding cats who are scared in the wild. Like, I don't know anything about cats. I don't know what to tell her to do. I mean, I'll put positive thoughts out for Rarity. Like, I obviously want that cat to be found, taken care of. I hope... It's, like, sad to me also that Amberlynn says it's, like, raining outside and this cat is just, like, out in the wild on the streets and... in the rain. I don't know. It is really devastating. I'm just like, oh, mistakes do happen, but it's just like, Amberlynn, come on, like, literally, your only responsibility seemingly right now while you're on this extended vacation in Wisconsin is to take care of your animals. Like, whatever.
But it's so cold and it's raining. I'm not perfect by no means, but I have done everything to make sure my pets were always loved and cared for. And it's like, the one time I make a mistake, it's like...
The one time you make a mistake? Now, bestie girl, please be serious. Like, I want to have all the empathy in the world for you in this situation, because if I put myself in your shoes, I would also be devastated. I know people make mistakes, but this is hardly the only time you've ever made a mistake when it comes to parenting your animals.
I think that's gonna live with me forever, literally forever. I just want her to come back.
Well, there you go. I don't know. I do struggle because y'all. It's a hard balancing being like an empathetic person who generally cares for animals, cares for people who are pet owners, who knows that things like this happen to well-meaning, well-intentioned people all the time, and balancing that with like Amberlynn's history of pet parenting. And yeah, I feel like the only helpful thing I can say is just that I hope that Rarity is found and is taken care of, and whether that's by some random family out in the world who doesn't even know Amberlynn exists and they just find her, take her in and take care of her, or like even if it means coming back to Amberlynn and like Amberlynn really reevaluates her life and makes sure that something like this never happens again. It's hard to say. Like, I really don't think that Amberlynn would intentionally leave a door open for one of her own pets. Y'all might feel some type of way about Gracie in the past, but like, I do think, regardless of if she's a great pet parent or not, like, I do think that she would not want to put her animals in a position like that. So I don't know. I have some level of empathy for her. I honestly don't care about this stuff about Tommy that she had to say. I don't care how helpful Tommy has been during this situation. I don't know if that sounds cold, crass, rude, or mean, but that's just how I feel. But I don't know. I guess the positive thoughts and energy I'll put out is that Rarity is safe, is taken care of, cared for, that she's cared for. Oh my gosh. And yeah, my best wishes to Rarity. Hope she finds a safe place to be through all of this ordeal. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I didn't have any of the right things to say. I feel so conflicted, and I think like my number one concern is just that the cat is okay. Honestly, I don't know. I think we could like sit here and analyze and dissect Amberlynn as a pet parent for probably way longer than this video is gonna go on for, but yeah, I just hope the best for Rarity. I don't know. I guess let me know your thoughts down below. I don't think I have anything else helpful to add, but obviously do need to cover this because it's probably going to impact her channel in many kinds of ways moving forward, both in like how people feel about her and or how she approaches doing content. You know, she was just talking about how she had some pre-recorded stuff ready to go, but that she hasn't been mentally feeling good, and I'm sure that this is not helping her feel any mentally better. So here we are. I am kind of frustrated about her saying like she wanted to deal with this privately, but then also act like no news is good news kind of a thing. Like, that's a really conflicting idea, but I don't know. I've already said enough. I've said enough. Let me know your thoughts down below. That's all I have for today. If you're brand new, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit the bell button so you get notifications. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!